Alright, hello everybody, and welcome to everything that I colored in October. And we did actually get a lot done. I think this is 9 images, I believe. 9 things and so many live streams. I pretty much live streamed an art thing every single week in the month of October, which worked out because I really like, Halloween coloring and everything. I have a lot of Halloween coloring books. This one is not technically a Halloween coloring book. This is Cat Doodles by Ronnie C. Pios, and it's available on Amazon, and I reprinted it on, actually good Copic paper and everything. We did most of this live stream, and the fun part about that is the cats were mostly picked by the viewers. So, this one is George Costanza from Seinfeld. This one is my friend Rose's cat Stripey. This one, oh wow. Sorry about that. Excuse me. I actually did warm up before this too. This one is actually a mix of 2 cats that my friend Smooshy found, with one with these natural eyes like this, and then one that has this half and half face like that. Real life cat, turned out really cool in a animated fashion. This is Copics and Polychromos mostly. So yeah, that worked out really well. And then I did a textured kind of background in the alcohol ink. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog drinking. I'm in the kitchen, so that's where his bowl is. So that's the first one that I finished on October 5th. And then for the next one that I finished on October 8th, this is from Monsters and Heroes of the Realms coloring book by Dungeons and Dragons. And it's the second thing that I finished in this book. And originally it was just this arch, and I believe it had this kind of frame on the bottom. And I decided to make kind of the deck of a ship in the background, so I did the whole deck. I did the ship and everything, and then I did these mountains and the storm going on. I had a little bit of difficult time with the rain, but I think it worked out nicely. I originally started this in the car, and by the end of it I was tired of coloring rocks. I did a lot of coloring rocks this month, and I was pretty sick of it, but I think it came out nicely. I think the paint worked out, and it was cool. So this is Neo Colors for the background, and Tombow dual brush markers. Considering it, I don't want it to go on the back. I don't plan on planning my own dungeon run, but just in case, I didn't want it to bleed through. So that's what I used for that. The next one was another live stream. This is the Ladies of the Wood, or the Witches or the Crones in the Witcher coloring book. My Witcher coloring book has been deconstructed because it was falling apart. So I didn't really have a choice. I had to just say, you know what, I'm just gonna, what I did was I put it in a page protector, so I've got the colored ones in front, and then these little sticky tabs kind of delineate where the uncolored images go. So I have 18 colored images and many more to go. There's 45 pages in there that I have to color, so, or that are colorable, and I've done 18 of them, so there you go. So yeah, this one was Copic markers and Polychromos. Again, we did a lot of Copic markers and Polychromos just because that's my favorite thing to do. And, again, live stream here on the channel, so you can watch the replay of that one. And this was another live stream. This was actually the proper order. I'm doing it in the order that I finished them too. So this was another live stream. This one was done on the 20th. It's when I finished coloring it. And this is from the Jade Summer book called Nightmare that was new this year. And the idea was that he's got some sort of glowing life stone inside of his chest, and that's why it's shining out of his eye and out of his mouth. And maybe that's why he's screaming even. I don't know. But I was just really attracted to this dapper guy here. And I had a lot of fun coloring him, so we did that one together. We did most of it. We got almost all of it finished, but not the whole thing. And this is another one from the Witcher coloring book. This one I had started last month. You probably saw it. And I did a lot of the water. I really liked how that came out. I wanted them standing in water and having more action that way. I added the glow onto his face and onto her side and her hand there, just to show that this lightning does actually glow, but it's not too much. I did a lot of experimentation with glow this month just because it was fun. It was fun. I was doing it in a lot of different ways. It's glowing on her sword and stuff like that. I did a lot of armor coloring this month, and, truth be told, I kind of got sick of armor, but, I did a lot of interesting skies as well. This is another thing we did on live stream, which is from a Halloween doodle book called Spooktacular by Julia Rivers, and This one I wanted to keep very whimsical, very fun, the lighter, fun side of Halloween instead of the gross, creepy monsters, which, you know, I like a mishmash of both. So this was the lighter side of it. The pink hair was suggested by my friend Smooshy. The white cats were suggested by my friend Wolf and Jenna. And what else? Who else suggested stuff? The green hair was suggested by Mr. Smooshy. That's what we call him. He has his own name, but it's more fun to call him Mr. Smooshy. And, you know, that's what happens. You come to the streams, you get to suggest colors, because I usually say, what do we color this? So I used a stencil to do the blocks, or the stone tiles here on the ground. I always come up with a weird story explaining why I do something, so the idea is that, you know, this cauldron stuff has been spilling on the ground so much that the grout is all green and growing stuff, and it's gross like that. So, you know, you've got the green in the stones and everything like that, and I don't know, didn't make a whole lot of sense, but it doesn't have to, right? And yeah, I kept the whimsical feel. I made, you know, this is her teacher, and she's the little Ravenclaw, so I drew this scarf there, and she was already wearing the sorting hat, so I kind of went along with that theme. I think it worked out. So yeah, that one's just fun. This one we finished on actual Halloween. So, well, technically I did this one on my own on the 30th. This one is called The Killing Time with the Infinite Z. I bought this book on Etsy, and, you know, from the artist, whose name I can't remember right now. It's fine. But what I did was since the book is signed and everything, but the paper is not really up to my standard, what I did was I scanned the paper, but I did not cut apart the book, because the artist was kind enough to sign it and, you know, write a little message in it. And I didn't want to hurt the book, but I did want to be able to color on Copic paper. So I just printed it out in an 8x10 instead. And I wanted to really focus, I wanted the scenery to really draw your eye more than, you know, and then you're looking at everything and then, oh, there's a zombie there as well. And so you have the glowing mushrooms here, and you have the gigantic planet in the background, and the interesting sky. I haven't ever done a sky like that before, so it was a lot of new things being done, and new things being done on stream, which was fun too. I didn't do this one on stream, but, you know, that was my thinking. And so, you know, and then, oh, there's a zombie there too. So it was just kind of part of the scenery. And I thought that was a neat way to do it. So yeah, this one we started and completed on the stream. And very glowy. This one is by Jade Summer, the Chibi Girls Horror, I believe is called. And I had the PDF of it, and I bought it last year, and I didn't get it colored. And I had this printed out, and we got the idea to try and make a purple glow, because we had done green and we had done blue, so I thought, let's make a purple glowing type thing, and I think it worked out. I think, and I said it during the stream, I think if I was going to do it again, instead of having to white out the lines, I would just print it no line coloring, you know, just block it all out and desaturate those black lines and make it so you wouldn't be able to see them once I put color to them. But I think with the white it worked too. It's a different effect, and I think it does still look interesting. So that entire video is going to be up on my channel. It's not there yet. Twitch has guidelines about 24 hours between the broadcast on Twitch being imported to YouTube, so I have to wait for that time, and y'all are getting this video instead. So I'm going to push that to the end of the week. Actually, no, I think I'll push it to Wednesday. So Wednesday you'll be able to see the replay of this live stream, or head over to my Twitch and you can see it there at any time you want with all the chat and everything there. And so yeah, we finished that one on Halloween as a bonus stream. And then myself, I finished this very last one on the Witcher book. These are the main bad guys in The Witcher. And, you know, it's named after them. It's named The Wild Hunt and everything. And so these are the main bad guys chasing after you and everything. And what I wanted to do was I wanted to focus on the main guy, Aradin, and I wanted to have him have the most detail. And the guys in the background have a little bit less, because they're sort of his flunkies, his number 2 and number 3, that kind of guy. So I wanted him to have more detail, so that's what I did. I gave his armor more pencil detail and more attention than the other two. They just have Copic detail, which, you know, again, it's not none, so they still look good, but they don't look as finished as he does. And I still worked on the glow, this glowing staff here. I wanted to make it still pop out, even though the background is very light, because these guys bring frost and an eternal cold wherever they go. So I wanted to have that still cold and frosty feeling of whenever they come in. So you've got the cold ice on the ground and the ice and the snow in the sorry, I'm shaking in general, but I'm also shaking because I'm talking. You've got the cold feeling of just them being around, and so I wanted to maintain that. So that is the 9 things that I colored in October. I am hoping to be as productive in November and December. I'm basically 13 images behind from last year's goal, but last year I was not streaming 3.5 to 6 hour streams 3 times to 4 times a week. So I do a lot of streaming, a lot of live stuff. If you are interested, please come join us. If you are not, that's perfectly fine. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a like or a thumbs up or whatever they call it over here. If you didn't, please give us a thumbs down, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye, everybody. Have a fantastic weekend.